Robert Downey Jr. was announced to return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not reprising his role as Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, the founding Avenger, but in fact that he would return to play Doctor Doom, one of the greatest villains of the Marvel Comics. However, a new rumor suggests that could not be the case. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side. Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Airy. Welcome to the StudioJake vidcast where I talk about all things pop culture. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and consider becoming a channel member if you're here on YouTube. Like I said previously, this is just a rumor. I'm only reporting on it because it's fun to talk about rumors. They're entertaining, they're interesting, and I will give you my thoughts whether I think it's true or not at the end of this essay. We all saw the big reveal. Robert Downey Jr., he's on stage at the San Diego Comic-Con. He's disguised in some bad cosplay version of the Doctor Doom costume. And he steps out, he reveals himself. You can kind of tell the crowd is a little bit mixed about it. We soon learn that the Russo brothers, who are returning to produce the movie where RDJ will return, Avengers Doomsday, and then its sequel, Avengers Secret Wars, that they are getting paid $80 million to direct it. They're being allowed to use their own production company, and that Robert Downey Jr. is going to get paid even more. However, a tipster who goes by WDW Pro, he has heard from an insider or someone claiming to be an insider that this is going to be a bait and switch, that RDJ will be portraying a variant of Tony Stark, and that there will be a main Doctor Doom who will be played by none other than Lord of the Rings actor Viggo Mortensen. So let's take a look at this. This is according to thatparkplace.com. A new rumor claims that a Lord of the Rings veteran will play the prime Doctor Doom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. During the WDW Pro's The Pro Show live stream this afternoon, Scooper WDW Pro revealed that Viggo Mortensen will play Doctor Doom alongside Robert Downey Jr. in the MCU. This rumor comes in the wake of Marvel Studios announcing that Robert Downey Jr. would return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Doctor Doom at the company's Hall H presentation at San Diego Comic-Con. Joe Russo announced Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, saying, "We give you the one person who can play Victor Von Doom." Robert Downey Jr. then walks forward and tears off his Doctor Doom mask. Following this announcement, Pro detailed in a video upload that it was a diversion. He said, "I don't like to spoil films, and to tell you exactly what I heard is happening here would spoil 2 films at least. So remember that, potential spoilers here if this rumor is true. So here's what I will say. If you wanted to have RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., come back for the Avengers, and if you wanted what he's really going to do to be a surprise, then you would need a diversion. You would need a misdirection, something like having him come out as Doctor Doom and announcing that he's playing Doctor Doom at the San Diego Comic-Con. You might then be able to have him film, and I'm sure he will play Doctor Doom." He continued, "I'm just saying to all of you out there, without getting into the specificities, because again, I do not want to ruin a movie for anyone that goes against the ethos of this channel. I'm just suggesting to you that there is more to this than meets the eye, and they are trying to save a huge applause for when you go into that cinema, when you go in and you see those movies. So if you needed to have RDJ do something fantastic, you need cover, because you cannot film the movie with him without people knowing about it," he explained. "He can't just be a cameo. That's not going to work. And if there's more than a cameo, everyone's going to know. And he needs to be he needs to be on the red carpet, so you need a cover." That is all I'm going to say without going to any specifics of what's actually going to happen. Now, during the Pro live stream, Pro provided more details and revealed that Viggo Mortensen will play Doctor Doom as well. First, he said more light on Robert Downey Jr.'s role as Doctor Doom. Robert Downey Jr. is getting paid somewhere between 50 and 100 million to do this. And when he does this, he's almost certainly going to get close to 100 million. You don't get paid 100 million to play the villain. He reiterated, you don't get paid 100 million to play the villain. There is no way that his role is to simply come in and play Doctor Doom, and that's it. Fans have an expectation when he's coming back, and Kevin Feige with the multiverse has an expectation. Next, he shared, "We are hearing that Robert Downey Jr. will be playing one Doctor Doom, that there are other Doctor Dooms in the story. We're hearing that the person will play potentially the prime Doctor Doom as someone who might be familiar with many languages, an actor who is strong in many languages, including fantasy languages. And Robert Downey Jr. may play a Tony Stark who becomes the hero by his final film in the MCU, and the Doctor Doom Prime may be played by someone who the Russo brothers want so badly. Guest Jonathan Watson of theonering.com then guessed that the individual was Viggo Mortensen. WDW Pro confirmed this guess, saying, "We're hearing that contractual negotiations may be underway. That's all I can say." Wow. So that's a big rumor, right? You go from hearing that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Doctor Doom, again, one of my favorite all time villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ironically, he's more of a Fantastic Four villain. However, I know him from his appearances in the Avengers and Spider Man, as well as the X-Men. Doctor Doom gets around a great deal. One of my favorite story arcs that he did, there was a story arc where Thor and his allies were displaced on Earth. They couldn't get home. Loki makes a deal with Doctor Doom to hide his people there, but Thor has been banished because of something that happened. It was actually a really great arc, and it really showed the evil of Loki and Doctor Doom. Now, I don't think that storyline is going to be replicated in the MCU. Marvel has long moved past good story arcs like that, but that's how it is. Now, when I think about this rumor, I don't know if it's going to be true. I hate to say that because WDW Pro, he's a really good scooper. A lot of the information he gets has been accurate. However, I don't think you're going to announce that Robert Downey Jr. is going to get paid $100 million just to be the second banana Doctor Doom. What is more likely is one part of this rumor. I think what's going to happen is Robert Downey Jr. Is going to be a version of the superior Iron Man. So, for those of you who don't know, for a while, Tony Stark I can't remember exactly how it happened, but he loses all of his ethics. He gets exposed to something that flips him, and he becomes more of a villain. And that's the superior Iron Man. What's more likely is I think the earlier rumors that the Iron Man from the universe where the Illuminati was in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, he wants revenge for the death of his friends. Because remember, spoiler alert to that film, Scarlet Witch, she killed all of the Illuminati. They weren't called the Avengers in that universe. She wiped them out, but Iron Man wasn't present. However, there was an empty chair in the council, and a lot of people speculated that that was Iron Man. So what I think is the Iron Man from that universe is going to come in, and he's going to be kind of like a variant of Doctor Doom. And he's going to be the main villain in Avengers Doomsday, and then in Avengers Secret Wars. They're going to leave out the Beyonder. They're just going to bring him in. He's going to use some sort of device. He's going to replicate Doctor Strange's ability to jump in through the multiverse, but he's going to do it by science, and he's going to bring in, and the Secret Wars is going to be this whole thing where they clash with evil variants of the Avengers and MCU Avengers, basically. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, perhaps at the end of Secret Wars, they're going to do a hint of a real Doctor Doom. And maybe Viggo Mortensen will be a cameo, but I don't think it's going to be a situation where you have a Doomsday Prime and then a variant played by Robert Downey Jr. with the Doomsday Prime being played by Viggo Mortensen. I just don't see that happening. I just think that that's making it too complicated. Now, I could be very wrong. I'm just giving you my analysis. And I'm not saying WDW Pro is wrong. It's just my opinion that I think that my take is what is going to actually happen within the context of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Again, this is all rumor. This is all gossip. I'm not saying that this is true. I'm just like reporting on rumors because they're fun to talk about. They provide speculation that you can have a lot of fun with. So, to sum up my thoughts on the rumor that Viggo Mortensen is going to be Doctor Doom Prime, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Tony Stark, who kind of takes on the persona of Prime from another universe, and then they somehow work together or one gets swapped out. I think that that's not true. I think that it's going to be Robert Downey Jr. is going to be a variant who maybe by the end of this new duology is going to reveal himself to be a hero. Again, that's just my opinion, but that seems the more likely case just based on going by the Russo brothers' filmmaking style. If you like that video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it out to all your friends, leave me a comment and tell me what you think, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell so you get notifications every time I post a new video, also consider becoming a channel member. That way you can get all kinds of perks, including videos ahead of others but before they go public, obviously. If you don't want to support me on big tech, no worries. Whether you're watching on YouTube or anywhere else, click on the link to my locals community. It's in the description. It's kind of like a Patreon and Subscribe Star where you can help me out by giving me tips or becoming a monthly subscriber. Really helps small indie creators like myself. You can also pick up one of my novels. This is my latest one, Blessed Child. It's a fantasy novella. There's nothing woke in it. It's just some good, solid, romantic fun. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.